Fury 325 is one of the most beloved roller coasters of all time. Located at Carowinds, this B&M Giga coaster excels in places you wouldn't expect. It has amazing speed, airtime, and laterals on an excellent layout. So much so that Fury has won the golden ticket for best steel coaster for the last 10 years. But is all that hype warranted? In this video, I will review Fury 325 and see if this coaster is truly one of the best. Before 2006, Carowinds' lineup was freaking horrendous. Aside from Afterburn and Thunder Road, most of the coasters here were either mid or downright painful. So when Cedar Fair took over the park, they brought in substantial capital. This began in 2010 with Thunder Striker, the B&M Hyper. This Hyper contains plenty of sustained floater airtime that appeals to the masses. But Carowinds wasn't done just yet, because they brought in an even bigger investment with Fury 325. Fury 325 is a B&M Hyper. The coaster stands 325 feet, 99 meters tall, with a top speed of 95 miles per hour or 153 kilometers per hour, and traverses 6,602 feet, 2,012 meters of track. Those are extremely monstrous stats. In fact, Fury is the 5th tallest, 4th fastest, and 6th longest roller coaster in operation. Most parks would kill to have a coaster like that. However, most coasters of similar size and speed don't compare to Fury's greatness. Usually one of two things happen. Either the coaster has monstrous stats but does nothing with its layout, or it's so short it wouldn't feel satisfying. This is primarily due to the cost, as Fury 325 costs $30 million, which is very pricey. Luckily, length isn't an issue here. At 6,602 feet or 2,012 meters of track, Fury has a lot of prime ride time, and that track dominates the entrance. Fury functions as a front gate coaster where the train speeds all over the front of the park. You can see it from anywhere in the front, so naturally, most of you will want to run to Fury first. I believe Fury is the most popular ride here, but that wasn't necessarily the case. The day I went to Carowinds, it was so goddamn hot I felt like I was having a heat stroke. So naturally, it was a station wait for me. The longest I've seen was at the bottom of the stairs at the end of the day, and obviously, there's no theming, nor shade for that matter. The only form of theming is this kick-ass logo. The layout more or less speaks for itself. It doesn't need theming. Luckily, you will not have to wait long for it. Fury has great operations for any coaster, especially a standout one. 3 train operations with 90-second dispatches. Granted, they double stack half the time, but the operations are solid. So even if you do have to wait, the line at least moves. It helps that all you have for restraints is a seatbelt and clamshell lap bars. These clamshells are comfy, designed for airtime, and easy to check. When it's ready to dispatch, the ride begins with a 325-foot, 99-meter tall lift hill. This is actually the tallest roller coaster that uses a chain lift. This chain lift is swift as it quickly gets you to the top. To the left, you see the park, while to the right, you see Charlotte's skyline. Also, the safety spiel plays while you're on the lift hill. Then you descend down this drop, and holy crap, this is one of the best drops in the world. B&M Hypers already have great first drops as it's sustained floater airtime. Fury has that great floater air, but the extra size means it lasts much longer. So this drop feels like it lasts forever. And obviously, the drop's better in the back for the stronger pull. At the bottom is where you feel the max speed of 95 miles per hour or 153 kilometers per hour. Going that fast, it's crucial that the ride is smooth, because going that fast on rough track will feel like you took several rounds of abuse. Luckily, Fury is a smooth coaster. Even after a decade of operation, there is no hint of a rattle. There is a bit of sway from the speed, but it's not a big deal. I don't think it sways as much as the time it cracked a support. The next element is this overbank turn, and it's actually great. In the past, I've complained about how forceless turnarounds are, especially on B&M Hypers, but the 2 main turnarounds on Fury have forces. What this turnaround does is add lateral snap in and out of the element. Then the apex has faint airtime as well. This element really surprised me. The next 2 elements are twisted speed hills, but not in the traditional sense. The first speed hill banks to the side in one direction, while the second twists in the opposite direction. These speed hills showcases Fury's strength. It's got great speed, laterals, and ejector airtime, something that doesn't usually usually exist on a B&M, but I like it. Gigas excel with their speed, so I appreciate speed hills like this. Next is the best turnaround B&M ever created, the treble clef. Named after a musical note, it's essentially a steep curve into an airtime hill, but you continue the element on your side, so you get amazing sideways airtime. And since this element is somewhat large, this airtime is sustained, some of the best airtime on any Giga. Then you dive under the footpath where people walk. That's a cool head chopper that interacts with the guest off-ride, but as much as I give them credit for fixing the turnaround dead spots, Fury unfortunately still has dead spots. The only flaw with the ride. There are two in particular that are egregious. The first one is this banked hill that does nothing, doesn't feel fast, nor does it have force. Next is the airtime hill that feels like your traditional B&M floater airtime hill. It's a hill you come to expect with that sustained floater airtime. There is a trim, and it'll typically hit, but you'll still feel the negatives. One of the more sustained airtime moments on the ride, but then you hit the infamous helix. It's a joke how bad this is. It's long, slow, boring, it does nothing, plain and simple. It's wasted track essentially. The only net positive with the helix is this wicked head chopper that feels like you can smack it. But Fury returns to greatness with two more bunny hills. These hills aren't as sustained, but it's a flojector that hits hard. Probably some of the strongest airtime on the ride. Finally, you hit your comically long brake run. Not as long as Leviathan, but it's still long. This completes 6,602 feet, 2,012 meters of track. Fury 325 is a near masterpiece. The coaster has these amazing elements while being comfortable and complete. And because of how it's run and maintained, it's easy to ride it multiple times over. So what would I rank Fury 325? Those two dead spots prevent it from getting a perfect score, but I'll be generous and give it a 97 out of 100. This is B&M's masterpiece and by far their best coaster. This Giga coaster is everything I want in a Giga. It's long, fast, intense, and airtime all while being smooth. The latter being something B&M forgot about in their most recent projects. Do I think it deserves to win best roller coaster for the last 10 years? Yes, but to an extent. There's definitely other elite coasters I would personally prefer over Fury, but it's still an elite coaster that you should try out, especially if there isn't a Giga near you. There's a reason only 8 has been built so far, but even though I've only ridden 2 Gigas, I would consider Fury to be the best Giga, unless you're really into positive G-forces, which in that case you probably prefer Pantherian then. So that is my review of Fury 325. What are your thoughts on this coaster? Leave all that down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video enough, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing with notifications turned on. Doing that means the reach will spread to more viewers. It also tells YouTube to stop killing my views. What are you doing wrecking my watch hours? Finally, watch these bangers you see right here. This is the Coaster Flood, riding out.